Hello, I'm Rose Diamond from Tribe in Transition. It's the 29th of December, 2024, so we're just a couple of days away from the new year. And I'd like to talk with you today about how we can maintain ourselves in an open state to the creative spirit and the flow of creativity and inspiration that wants to move through us. I think this is really important. It's important not as it to maintain our own sense of well-being and expansive consciousness. And the more that we are able to nurture our own well-being, the more we also uplift those around us and spread the energy of peace and love. So knowing how to do this, knowing how to um, have a daily practice which brings us into a more expansive, holistic, inspired state of consciousness is really important. And it's not just knowing how to do it. Many of us know how to do it. It's actually having the will to do it, making the decision to do it, making the choice to do it. So I have several different ways of doing this practice of connecting with higher, more expanded consciousness every day. And I want to talk to you about one of them today. This is something I was practicing a couple of days ago, the day after Christmas, in fact. So on that particular day, everything, Christmas was over, all the buying of presents and wrapping and unwrapping of presents, the buying and preparing and eating of food, the sharing of food, cleaning the house, dressing the Christmas, all of that was all done, all over. And I kind of woke up that day feeling a bit sort of tetchy and irritable, and my mind was kind of cycling through limited thoughts. My emotions were a little bit disturbed and negative. My body felt kind of heavy. I thought, okay, I don't really want to feel like this today, so I need to do something. So what I did was I came up to my bookshelves. Now, I've been a big reader all my life, and normally at Christmas I buy myself at least one new book, inspiring new book, because I love this period between Christmas and New Year, which is the sort of when I'm not working, when there's time to sort of rest and renew, and I love to read a good book. But this year I decided not to do that because I've been decluttering. And so I realized I've got books on my shelves that I haven't read, and I've also got books on my shelves that I could benefit from reading again. So I went to my shelves on Boxing Day morning and I chose 5 books. Just, okay, I think I might be interested to read that today. And I took them downstairs with my notebook, my journal, and my pen. I made myself a nice cup of coffee, and I went to sit on my favorite reclining chair. I have this lovely chair. Um, and so I was nice and cozy and comfortable. I wasn't going to be disturbed. And I opened up the book, and the book that I chose intuitively was led to was this book. It's by Rebecca Solnit, called A Field Guide to Getting Lost. I think that's a wonderful title, like the art of getting lost, as something positive, something exciting. Um, and I just sat and opened the book and started to read the first chapter, which is entitled The Open Door. And I find that if I'm in the right frame of mind, what happens when I'm reading a book by an author who is obviously has deep wisdom, um, philosophical, soul connected, writing from a state of presence, inspiring, that I'm not just reading the words on the page. There's an energy behind the words, among the words. There's a bigger energy that the book is communicating to me. And I find that if I really allow myself to be still and to focus and concentrate on the book, that I connect with this bigger energy. And I find this quite miraculous, that somebody I've never met, who probably lives thousands of miles away, at some point in the past sat down and wrote this book, and I can open it up now and I can actually receive her energy, I can be resonant with her energy. And that touches me and moves me and stirs me and uplifts me. I mean, how miraculous is that? And so I find, and I know, not everybody likes to read. Some people like to listen to podcasts, and I do too. I listen to quite a few podcasts. For me, that's a slightly different activity because that's kind of like it's kind of fairly fast moving and uplifting. With reading, it can be a very slow, calm process. I have time to go back and read that sentence again, to really get the meaning out of that sentence, to appreciate the words. And I'm a writer myself, so I know, what it takes to write a book. That that you're looking for the right words. You're looking for the exact right words to communicate your own experience, your own nuances of experience. And so reading a book for me can be a slow, expansive, calming process. And while I'm reading, and being moved by the energy and appreciating the words, my mind is also being sparked. And my mind starts to spark in lots of different directions. So my mind becomes creative. I'm inspired. I'm lit up. And that's so what was previously when I came to to the practice session before, feeling distracted, my mind was all over the place, my energy was downward going in, you know, now after about just 10 minutes, maybe less, of sitting, reading the book, my mind has expanded. My my brain is clear. It's like all that distraction and emotional disturbance with debris which has sunk to the bottom of the pond and now or the pool, the lake is clear. I'm seeing through clear water. Just imagine that slowly floating in a boat across a clear lake and being able to look down into the water. That's how it feels like. There's this beautiful clarity. So there's a lot going on in this process. And at the same time, I'm noticing my own process. I'm noticing how um, I can leave this beautiful, unhurried, flowing state and start to get into efforting. Oh, I've got to do this. Oh, I could do that. And I can make that into something. Or I'm in a hurry. And so that awareness process is going on as well. I can gently bring myself back. Actually, I don't want to rush off. I don't want to be busy today. I don't want to work today. I don't want to strive. I just want to be here calmly, peacefully, discovering. So the process becomes an adventure. I'm now on, I'm 10 minutes into my process of reading the book and making a few notes when things occur to me. And I'm on an adventure of discovery. So in that time, I've transformed my energy and my day from something heavy into something light and exciting. That's what I call a transformational practice. And there's lots of other ways to do it, and I'll talk about those another time. But I wanted to share this one today because I was just so struck by how easy it was. Once I'd made a decision, I don't want to feel like this. I want to feel like this. I want to feel light and happy, and I can do something about it. And then very simple, very simple process. Pick up the books, go and sit somewhere comfortable. I built my own soul sanctuary around me for half an hour, maybe an hour. I can't remember how long I sat there. I've created a soul sanctuary, a place where I can nurture myself, where I can nourish myself, and where I can connect with my creative mind. I'm saying here, but actually, creative mind isn't just in the brain. Creative mind is our whole person, which opens up. So it's this process of intention, choice, and then deep listening, sinking into the being, deeply listening to what wants to emerge. I love it. I just want to share a little quotation from the book. It's actually from David Thoreau, who wrote Walden. The question then is how to get lost. Never to get lost is not to live. Not to know how to get lost brings you to destruction. And somewhere in the terra incognita, in between, in between lies a life of discovery. Along with his own words, Thoreau says, it's a surprising and memorable as well as valuable experience to be lost in the woods at any time. Not till we are completely lost or turned around. For a man needs only to be turned around once with his eyes shut in this world to be lost. Do we appreciate the vastness and strangeness of nature? Not till we are lost, in other words, not till we have lost the world, do we begin to find ourselves and realize where we are and the infinite extent of our relations. Lose the whole world, he asserts, get lost in it and find your soul. And I think the practice that I just described is a way of losing the world. It's a way of unplugging from the world, which is full of demands and problems and stresses. We can choose to unplug from the world every day, just create this little haven of sanity and find some inspiration. Open up the creative mind, get excited, get onto a journey of discovery, and then take that with us throughout the whole day. So try it. Try it, give it a go, and I'll talk to you next time about how I use writing as a transformational tool. And Happy New Year when it comes. Thanks for listening.